Interesting that you don't keep up with it when you reference your chart all the time.
I know. I was reading everyone's charts at the shop literally on Saturday, just reading them to filth because I'm practicing for our class that I'm teaching. And it taught me that I can't laugh at people's like shitty placements. I have to be like, this is a challenging placement. Because the whole time I was like, sorry about your childhood trauma, bro.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. Sorry about
Yes.
your rejection sensitivity.
Sorry you think you're always right and people always let you down.
Welcome back, brothers.
Welcome back to the plus size section, matey. In case you haven't noticed, Hayley has a change in scenery for those on video. Because my internet sucks.
I was gonna say, because your internet sucks down here in Bikini Bottom. Ain't no fair Wi-Fi down here.
Wi-Fi. Is that what he calls it? God.
This is it. This is the episode. Everybody stops listening right here.
Nope.
Oh my god.
It's not.
Oh.
They're with us till the end.
Right?
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's
what are we
just a
even
manic
talking
Monday.
about? Yeah, it really is. My god. What is this episode? Oh, unhinged. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Unhinged sex stories. So we're unhinged. Yeah.
We're
okay,
halfway
it adds
there.
up. Oh. Okay.
Lordy.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Okay, Hayley, what were your highs and your lows this week before we get too off the rails?
Well, one of my highs is right now just getting to yuck it up with my best friend.
Yuck,
Other high. Yuck. I got this really sick light that I'm using right now, and I feel like my skin's never looked better. So I'll take that.
Very glowy. Dewy. You're dewy right now.
Moist.
Just you do have very porcelain skin.
Thank you. I used a retinol one time.
Yeah. Well, just the color looks very it's giving very English, what's that called? Incestual pearl.
Incest? Ma'am. Honestly, it could be this color. It could be washing me out a little bit too, but I kind of like it.
I like it.
Incestual pearl, whatever the fuck that means. I'm just a poor Victorian child.
Yes, exactly. You and your rickets are popping off this episode.
Oh, God.
Okay,
hell yeah, man.
Continue.
Oh, man. I qualified for states in the women's pinball.
What?
Yeah. I get to compete in this.
Star?
I know. It's not this coming weekend, but the weekend after that. So the weekend of the 20th, I'll be fighting for my life and trying to win.
They'll be fighting for their lives.
Could be. I never know how I'm going to do until I start. Yeah. Boop, boop. I honestly... So, full disclosure, I am having trouble getting my Vyvanse refilled again. And I didn't take it today because I had to tap into my emergency Vyvanse. So, earlier today, I thought maybe I should write down my highs so I could remember them. And I was like, no, it'll be fine. I don't remember them. So, I would say that is a low. The Vyvanse. Apparently, it's a national shortage. It's like national back order.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a low.
I might have to switch to something else and like try and ride this out because I can't do like the emotional roller coaster.
Right.
of trying to get it filled. Because I called my insurance, and of course, to get them to cover it at the regular copay price, like if it's brand name, there's a multi-step process that you have to do. And the first step alone takes like 15 business days to decide. So it's an ADHDer's worst nightmare. And I'm not even going to do it. I would rather take something else.
Yeah.
Like, hell no.
Mm-mm.
But honestly, I feel like things have been pretty good for me. Pretty chill. The first week back at work wasn't horrible. The second week, it has also not been horrible.
Good.
Yeah. I feel like I let a lot of the fire I used to have deep in my heart regarding that situation. I feel like I let a lot of it go. So we are healing. We are evolving.
It's love
2024.
It.
We do.
We love it. The year of strength and evolution.
That's right.
And money.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Money. Oh, another low. One of my... You haven't seen me unmedicated in a long time.
No, I love it. I like how we're like, yay, money, please. And you're like, oh yeah, another fucking low.
No, so you know how... Hold on. Pushing up my sweaters because I'm sweating. You know how I was talking about how great Scorpios are?
Mm-hmm.
I have found that they're only great 2 out of 3 times. One of my sisters-in-law sucks. I don't care if she hears it.
Oh my god, yeah, we didn't even get to talk about that.
No, we didn't.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that off the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The two Scorpio sisters-in-law that I'm closest to are amazing, and they're wonderful little angel babies, and I adore them. But the other one just...
Oh, this is passionate. Okay. The tea is hot.
Yeah.
We love family drama around the holidays. Spice.
It's extending. Yum. I think it's turning from holiday drama into a rift. So
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So over to chaotic.
You. Of course.
God, I feel so boring.
This is not my family.
Right. Yes. Samesies. Better you guys than us. Sorry about that.
Literally.
Low says I have surgery tomorrow. Blah, blah, blah. But it's also high because I get to like get my mobility back and my hernia gets to be fixed and I have so much going on in February that I need to be at like peak health. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So I'm excited to get it done, but it's still low because of surgery. High would be the haircut. Obviously, we're feeling it. Loving the short hair.
Yes.
And that
looks so good.
Thank you. She really popped off. She really, she was even like, cause she's an extensions girly, but like, she's the only like hairstylist that I've ever met that like, we just click and like, we text each other. Like she's just the best. And I was like, hey, like, I want to like get it chopped. And like, she's not a hairstylist. So it's like, you sure you want to go longer? She just like, I was like, give me that bob. You know, we did like a cute little Nicki Minaj moment. And then she just fucking cut it. I mean, like, nice. It wasn't like howdy doody. Like, it was like, whoop. And I'm like, and then, like,
no pussyfooting around.
No pussyfooting. And we both looked at the floor like, and she was like, anyways. It was like, goddamn.
That's awesome.
But I like it. I like the way it like sits with my tattoos and stuff. So I like it. What's another high? Teaching in February, doing a lot of classes in February, which is awesome. Finished my book, which is awesome because that was like a guillotine above my head.
You could have done a little early.
I did, but I made like final edits. And then they're going to send over a bunch of fucking edits. So, Of course. But yeah.
Very proud of you.
Thank you. Other than like that, everything's been good. I mean, I did hurt myself celebrating, of course. And so I was down bad about that. So physically, not doing the best, but like mentally, spiritually, emotionally, we're good. We're gravy. Everything's great.
Yeah.
I do have a really cool like ghost video to show you of it was during the day that we got our ghosties on camera. It's
Ooh.
amazing. I can't wait to show you. But other than that, like, everything's been good over here in there, Georgia.
Hey, that's pretty good.
This is where you get. Oh, we got the cats like a fountain drinker thing. So if you guys hear that in the background, my bad. At first, they didn't know what the fuck it was, and now it's like they're like, yeah, this is like 5 stars. You know,
Love that.
love it. Ridiculous.
They're so pampered.
They're very pampered babies, very princesses. But yeah, you want to talk about sex?
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Do you remember that old lady that used to talk about sex on like late night television?
Vaguely. Was her name like, was it Suze? Or was that the finance lady?
I don't know. I can't remember her name. But she always like had sex toys and she had really short hair. I think she did have glasses. I can't remember. And she was like a woman's pleasure center. Like she was like, yeah. I
never watched it.
Oh my God. I used to watch it all the time. I can't remember her name. That's so annoying. But yeah, she'd come on at like 12 o'clock at night until like 3 in the morning.
Damn.
I might be exaggerating. I don't know. I can't remember. All right. So this episode we're talking about our unhinged sex stories, and you have an unhinged sex story.
Yep.
And before people are like, big girls don't get fucking laid, statistically, you're wrong. Actually, we're having more sex than standard size individuals.
We be fucking.
We be fucking. Yeah, I wanted to like look up a statistic, and it was like the whatever School of Health and Sciences at Chapman University has proven that overweight and obese people are having tons more sex. Of the 60,000 men and women who participated in the study who were overweight on average had more sexual partners than those of normal weight.
That's right.
Which makes sense because personally in my life, I know that like I've always been surrounded by standard sized people, and I've always been having like better sex, more sex and better sex, surprisingly.
Yeah, same.
Weird, right?
I mean, I guess. I feel like this is something that just proves, because ever since we started doing this podcast and like reading stuff from Reddit, I've been on Reddit more. And there are so many posts in like r/plus size where people just dog on themselves and are like convinced that their weight is what's keeping them from getting a date or like finding love or even just finding a fuck buddy. It's not the case. Not in my experience, not in any fat person that I know's experience. The dick has always been readily available and plentiful for me.
Same.
But
maybe not a dick I wanted, but
yeah,
a dick was there.
Yeah, we had our picks of the dick litter, you know?
Yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, I feel like a dick bouquet, you know? Like a baker's dozen, you know? Of just cockatoos. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, I guess that does make sense because if we've already like given out the statistic of like how many people are plus size in America, you know what I mean? So like clearly
that's fair.
I guess like that would say then they are having more sex if there's like more plus size people, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's great. I love to hear this.
Oh yeah, I was very like, yeah. I mean, but I knew this because being in North Carolina with all the dudes, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I knew that like, and half the dudes were overweight, like, and they were still getting it in. And actually, I didn't put this one in there, but it did say that like overweight men do have more sex than overweight women, and they have more sex than standard sized men. So big boys do be getting some lovin'. Apparently.
Yep. Just goes to show, men out there, it's not really about what you look like. It's about what's in your heart. And in your pants. But
yeah.
What? You don't agree?
I do. I'm just making a joke about, is it what's in your heart? Or it's kind of for me like what comes out of your mouth, but like
Well, that too.
yeah, like are you a dickhead or are you funny and nice, you know?
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Right.
I meant heart in an all-encompassing way and not in just
No.
a
Yeah.
physical area type of way. But
No, what you said made sense. It was very heartfelt. It made sense. Yes, absolutely. Can we talk about how both of our like unhinged sex experience or we both have talk about losing virginity? Like both of us were like, that was unhinged.
I don't even know if mine was unhinged. I just saw that you put that and I was like, you know what? I can talk about my origin story too. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna share mine because it is very unhinged. Picture this, Sicily. No, I'm just kidding. One, I was 18, so I was older. Surprisingly, I know. For a whore, I did wait till I was
Rude.
18. In my grandmother's home. I know, the worst. The one in North Carolina. And it was with a dude who was like in the most like half of these stories of unhinged sex are with him, to be honest, because he was just like that whole crazy experience in my life was unhinged, but he okay, it's so embarrassing. All right, so it was in like the middle of the night at my grandmother's house in North Carolina, and I had like zero experience when it came to like penetration sex, right? Like I just I didn't know what to expect, but I like promised myself that I wasn't going to have sex with someone that I loved because I saw how it wrecked my sister. Like she had had sex with like lost her virginity to someone she really loved, and then when they broke up, it just like destroyed her. So I was like, I'm never doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just get it in, get it out. You know what I mean? Like just pop that cherry.
Interesting.
It was an interesting experiment that failed. So we're like whatever, we're like fooling around, and I'm like he came in to the house in like the middle of the night, like it was so fucking unhinged. Anyways, crawled in like through the window, like it was so weird. And then so he'll be like sneak in the bed, and we're like fooling around, and I'm like, all right, this is it, like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give him like consent, like we're gonna get it on. And so like he stuck it in a little bit, and then he was like, oh, I have to pee. In my head it was like, that's it, we're done, I did it.
Mission
Like,
accomplished.
mission accomplished. Like, got it. So I was like, awesome. You know, so it was weird when he like came back in the room. I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, what are you doing? We're done. And he was like, no. He was like, I just had to pee right quick. And I was like, oh, okay.
Aw.
That's so then we had like the normal losing virginity sex, which was awful.
Ooh.
Yeah, terrible experience. So painful. Blech.
Well, I guess,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anyone's first time that's like amazing, except for maybe for guys, but
Yeah. He's just like he was super experienced and I wasn't, and like he was like super experienced in like a selfish way. Like you know, he didn't care whether I was turned on or not. So it was just
yeah.
like I'm gonna have to do a trigger warning. It was just like dry ripping down there. Like it was not any type of like, you know, like eating out first and like making sure I was ready. It was just
Bam,
you know
bam,
what I
bam.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he did last a long time, but I was just thinking the whole time, like I this is so painful. Like I big vibes of like when is this gonna be over, so I can
Yeah.
just like move on. You know what I mean? So
Your poor vag, dude.
poor vagina. No, this man had been the town whore. I did not make him wear a condom. I did not make him get tested before. Like all the dumbass decisions that your parents like prep you for. They're like, hey, you know, like make
Yep.
sure they wear a condom, make sure that you get tested, like be safe, honey. Like all of that gone. No, could have risked my whole ass life for this like
Honestly. I mean,
dumbass
same.
fucking dumbass. Right? You're like
Yeah.
honestly, but like
I mean, we were young and dumb
young and dumb.
and
Get
full of something.
well, yeah, literally. At least wear them make a condom, kids. At least make them wear a condom, like at the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yes.
So that's how I lost my virginity. Your turn.
I know I definitely talked about how I lost mine in like an earlier episode, but just to recap, I was bored. The guy had a girlfriend and I knew about it. I also did not ask him to wear a condom. I wasn't on birth control.
Same.
So I was 16 though, so I was
Oh,
a little slut, little baby.
little baby Hayley.
Yep. We were just honestly bored. And he just was like, "Do you want to have sex?" And I was like, "All right."
My God.
Like I think in an ideal world, if I could have lost it to somebody that I loved, I would. But I was also just horny. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm going to take this opportunity that's being presented to me.
If
And I think
anything, you are an opportunist.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, you're not wrong. If there's one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fuck.
Exactly. God.
But no, it was painful for me as well, but like to his credit, for us both being 16-year-olds, he did try and like warm me up, you know?
Yeah.
He was just large.
Yeah, Lord.
And I was
Same.
like,
Same.
and afterwards, I don't even know how it came up, but I basically said I didn't expect your dick to be so big. It's like, did you think I had a small dick?
My God.
I was like, I didn't really think about it, to be honest. I was just still surprised.
That went straight to that motherfucker's head. He walked out of that room like, big dude.
Yep.
He did.
He was over 6 feet tall, played guitar, really good at, like, he's one of those guys that could play like any instrument. His ego was already huge, so
Right.
didn't help at all. But
Gassed him up.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Mine also had a girlfriend at the time too. He had a pregnant girlfriend. At the time of us having him take my virginity, I did not know this. But then after, I did find out and did not care. That was so toxic. Did not.
I knew. I didn't like her though. But I didn't do that to like steal him or anything. The opportunity was there and I took it. That's
and
it.
Hayley hopped on it.
So to speak. Yes.
So to speak.
I never said I was a good person. I feel like I am morally ambiguous, but definitely more so whenever I was a teenager.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I had like done like some cringy like sexual stuff as a kid for sure, like in my teens. But I was like, oh my God, yeah, like gross group stuff. Like I was gross. If my friends from childhood are listening to this, they know. They're like sitting there cringing too. Like, oh my God, yeah. Disgusting.
Whenever I lost my virginity, that was the first time I did anything.
Stop.
Dead ass.
Oh my God, no. Like
actually no, I didn't even have my first kiss until I was somebody else.
No way, Hayley.
I swear.
Oh my God. Oh my God. One of my like I'll say like my first official kiss was with one of my gay friends and my other friend, and we were just because like he was gay. We were like we wanted to be really good at kissing. Like we went in with a mission that all of us were gonna like be master fucking kissers.
Aww.
And like that's we practiced with each other, and like I feel so bad. Like me and my childhood best friend, like we were so sexual with each other, with our boyfriends. Like we shared our boyfriends, like uber sexual, like to the point where we're giving like blowjobs in the woods sexual. Like no. Like this is why when I have kids, like, and we were like in middle school, I'm like, I'm gonna try really hard not to be like a helicopter mom, but like I'm telling you that something happens when you get into 7th grade, and I'm just gonna like weep into my pillow and like beg my daughter not to give blowjobs in the woods. Please don't. Yeah, really
God
bad.
damn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, my first boyfriend was older than me, and we shared the at my grandma's house stories, like super sexual. But like, I was like, I'm gonna wait until I'm like not like in love with a guy, and then I'm gonna lose my virginity, and I'll just like sleep around after that. Did not work.
If only your therapist could hear.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get into it. I'm
sure.
sure we'll get into it. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know, maybe for both of us, we didn't want to put a lot of stock on losing our virginity just to avoid getting hurt. Like you said that, obviously, but I think that was me as well.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I wish it was somebody that I at least cared about in a romantic way.
Same. I think that I tried to avoid that, but like now that I'm older, I really wish I had like waited longer and hadn't been almost like pressured into it by the guy. Like he was very sexual. He was a very sexual person. And I thought like he was so attractive, and like I wish there had been a camera on me, because like my sister and I moved to North Carolina, and we went to like, she went up first and got the apartment set up, and then I came the day I graduated high school. And so like we drove all night, and then she was like, hey, like I got up there and it was at nighttime, and she was like, hey, like I'm gonna go to like a barn party, do you want to come with me? And I was 18, so I was like, yeah, let's go. Oh my god, I walk into this party and there are so many fucking hot country guys in there, Hayley. I swear my eyes went like there were so many. Like they were like on this like, we were in the middle of like a barn, like a real barn, like horses and shit. And like they're like playing like beer pong, and this dude's like stripping, like, country boy style, like on the table. Oh my god. Like little Sam was like, I think I'm gonna like it here. Like,
what fucking holler did you fall into? This is some wild shit.
It was wild. That whole like 5 years of my life was so unhinged. Like, it was absolutely insane. Insane. But yeah, so that's
to be
what
young.
I did. Yeah, really, really toxic. I'm surprised I'm alive.
I mean, same for myself, but it's honestly funny, like what you said about like when you have kids, you're like, please don't give blowjobs in the woods, because I feel like you have a lot of material to work with, and like knowing when your kid would be up to some shit.
Yeah,
you'll just be like,
absolutely. I mean, my friend's mom, because we were like walking back from the pool when we did it, so obviously we took forever. She knew what we were doing, and she laid into us. Like, it was not a joke. Like, she was so fucking mad, and we were like, like, she was like, I don't care if you were cocksucking or cornholing. If you say you're gonna be here at 6, you better goddamn be here at 6. Like, she was so mad at us. It was amazing, her anger, because she like knew, and like we never were able to walk home from the pool by ourselves again, Oh, yeah.
cocksucking or cornholing. Lord have mercy.
Welcome to Georgia. God.
Y'all are built different down there.
Yeah.
And in North Carolina, apparently.
North Carolina was wild. That's why I don't want to go back. I don't want to see those people. I don't want to see those people.
Just go a couple hollers over. You'll be fine.
Yeah. God. All right. What is this I'm gonna beat the back out of you story? I'm like looking at the outline, and I'm like, can we talk about that and the blowing someone in public? Just, just like quick little synopsis of these.
Okay. All right. So both of those were in college, but I'm gonna beat the back out. So I was a freshman, like second semester freshman year, and me and my friend, she'll probably be fine if I say her name. Nothing really happened. Me and my friend Kyla were out clubbing, of course. And we left the club and we were, of course, drunk as shit. We were underage. We went to a party school and we were walking. I feel like we were trying to walk back to the bus, but where we ended up was further away from the bus. So we might have just been like drunk and wandering around. And we came up on this like group of like 3 or 4 guys. And of course, they liked the merchandise. And they stopped us and they were talking to us and like flirting and stuff. And we had no intention of going with them or anything, but we were just lapping up the attention. And there was this guy who had taken an interest in me and was like touching on me and stuff and like trying to reel me in, and said it real low. He was like, "I'ma beat the back out of you." And then and my drunk ass was just like, "Oh." My brain just kind of like short-circuited because part of me was like, oh, I wonder what that means. But the other part of me knew what it meant.
Yeah.
But then one of them said something about going to get the van. And we were both like, okay, like, we'll see you gentlemen later. But yeah, that was that story. Just, it was just one of those things, like, nothing happened, but being 32 and looking back on it, being like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck?
Like, you could have been killed type
You
shit.
could have been killed. Get the van? Going to get the van? Absolutely would have been killed.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh my god, yeah. Hell no.
All right. So, that was that. And then this other story that you brought up, it was like first week or 2 of college. Here at the college that I went to, there's this, I can't say what it is without like outing where exactly I went to school, because there's only this one thing like it, but it was a mass transit system. I'll say that. And I was riding back to my side of campus after I parked my car, because I'd like went shopping or something, and I had to park, because parking's so bad here, I had to park my car at the law school. And then I took this mass transit system back to my dorm. And there was this guy on there, drunk as hell. Well, like, drunk enough, I think. He was obviously coherent and stuff, but he took an interest in me. And, like, we just kind of ended up, I guess I should say, like, we both got off the mass transit system at the same time. And I just started, like, going back to my dorm. And he split off from his friends and was like, hey, wait up.
Oh, God.
And we ended up behind this building on campus. Just me giving him a blowy. My first blowy. No. Solo blowy. Yeah. Yup. I was just throwing out. I'm not. Why would I lie? I'm just throwing out first, left, and right, dude.
Your first blowjob? You were in college?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I was 17. So, like, I was still young.
God, that's still young, yeah.
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 And it wasn't, like, in full view of public, but there was a path not too far away that if someone had happened to, like, look up and over, they would have seen me slobbing on his knob, like,
just slobbing on his knob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, of course, because he was drunk, there was no climax. And then the next day I found out that he had a girlfriend, and I was like, you son of a bitch.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And he was from Jersey, which, like...
I'm like...
Yeah. Sorry to any of our Jersey listeners, but...
Sorry. My other mom's family's from Jersey, so I'm allowed to say it.
There's a sizable population of the school here that's from New Jersey. So, like,
really?
In 2000... Mm-hmm. It's cheaper here than it is in, like, Jersey and state schools. But 2009 Jersey guys, 2009, 2010, turd burglars.
I'm dying. Oh my god.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I've done some public stuff. I had sex behind a church. That was great. Like full sex. Like not like cute, like, oh, like no, like full. It was giving very, what's that song that's like, and you don't, and it's not real, and you don't exist. It came out last year. Something we
Olivia
kiss.
Rodrigo?
No, it's like, it's not that one. Anyways,
I can hear it in my head, but I don't know who sang it.
I can't. I don't know who sings it either. But I know you know what I'm talking about. Because it
Yeah.
was like raining and like the only reason we were doing all this like public sex stuff was because he had a baby mama. So we were just doing it and doing it like everywhere that we could. So we did it behind a church. And then, okay, my grandma's house lived here where I was living at the time. A nightmare. So I was living here. This motherfucker lived 1 house, 2 house, 3 houses right here. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. So we were just all the time. And I went to
scissoring, apparently.
Scissoring, apparently. So my grandma was always home, which was a nightmare, right? Because she's a granny, so of course she's at home. But his parents were like went out one day or something because he lived with his parents because we were both 18. And so he like texted me and he was like, "Hey, like they're gonna be gone all evening, like come over." So I like went over to his house and we're like having sex in the shower, and his fucking parents come home. And like his dad's like, "Hey, you know, bleep name, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Don't fucking say anything. Like they know my fucking baby mama. Like they're really fucking close." And I'm like, you know. So he was like, "Oh, I'm in the shower, Pop," you know. And his fucking dad comes in there to talk to him because apparently it's this type of fucking family. And his dad fucking takes a fucking whiz and like is fucking talking to him. And I'm just sitting over there like fucking Cassie from fucking Euphoria, like, oh my God.
I was just thinking about that.
Like, I'm like, fuck. So of course, like he's like, "Oh, blah blah." He's like, "Oh, your mom," blah. Like they're having like the most boring fucking conversation right now. And so they ended up not fucking leaving again. So I had to like just get dressed and walk out. Like there was no hiding me, nothing. It was, I had to literally get out of the shower with him, put my clothes on, walk through his fucking living room and not say anything, okay? It was over, and just walk down the street to my fucking granny's house.
Oh my God, no. Oh,
it
Sam.
was the worst, you guys. Like, and in my head, like when this whole thing started, it wasn't going to be like a thing, but because I knew him growing up, we called him Lawnmower Boy because he was just this like chunky dude that mowed lawns. And then when I went up and I like, yeah, he did. And then when I moved there, he was like all grown up and sexy, you know what I mean? And he was still like into it. He was like, "Hey Sam, you remember me?" I'm like, "No," you know? And he was like, "Oh,
I sure do."
He was like, "Oh, I've been mowing your granny's lawn for you, man. You don't remember me?" And I was like, "Are you that annoying fucking kid?" And he was like, "I sure am, ma'am." And I'm like,
oh my God.
I turned out to be a terrible person though, everybody. After we had, like, this motherfucker came to my graduation, you guys. Like, this dude, like, I can't even tell you. Like, we met before I moved up there and stuff. It started the summer going into my senior year of high school is when we met. He came to my high school graduation, told me he, like, broke up with his baby mama. He never did, guys. He was, like, he had slept with he lied about going into the fucking Navy. Ended up just going on like a Fuck America tour to the point where there was a Facebook group of women that he had fucked.
This is the guy.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Shit.
And ended up going to fucking jail for sexually assaulting like a 6-year-old woman. Like, just like not a good person. But he was also like mentally fucked. Like I'm gonna give him the bit, like the person he assaulted, like him and her were doing drugs, like selling drugs, doing drugs, you know, everybody in the town said like it was an assault, that like they were just fucking and she wanted to get him in jail. I don't know. I don't know the story. You know, I believe the victim, whatever.
Oh.
He ended up going to fucking prison for it. He's out now. So shout out if you're listening to my podcast.
I hope he's not.
I hope he's not. Your brain was sick, but so was your dick. Thanks for the story.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry, Hayley.
I would have laid all the way down if my head wasn't attached to my laptop.
And just like that, Sam killed Hayley.
And the rest of the episode laying down.
Just laying down.
Yeah.
But those
Oh
were
my god.
My unhinged as kid sex stories, at least.
I can't. I would have rather risked like breaking my leg falling out of a window than walking out through the house.
Girl, I tried. Their bathroom window would not have fit this fat ass. It was one of those mini windows. We tried everything. He tried to get his parents to go to the store. This motherfucker tried everything to get his parents to fucking leave. And I ended up just walking out soaking fucking wet, just not making any fucking contact. No, like just beaming. Beaming.
Hey. It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that.
Oh my god.
God. All right. Your turn.
Okay. So how much time do we have? Because I have 3 bullet points unaccounted for, but
let's share one more each.
Do you have more?
Yeah, because I want to talk my unhinged sex with Brian.
Aww.
Married unhinged sex. Yeah.
That's sweet. I did not get permission from my husband to share anything, and I was also thinking unhinged sex like shaking my head, not necessarily bad experiences, but just like embarrassing. And I don't feel like that about anything that I've done with my husband. So all right. So picture it. I was 18 years old. First summer after college, working my little summer job at Burger King. There's this guy that I'm working with. He sizes me up a lot. Likes to make he's an older guy. Makes a lot of excuses to come talk to me. Of course, I'm still horny as hell. And he tells me that he's 33 and that he wants to fuck me. And I was like, all right. So we start fucking, right? My friend Kyla is like, this is a bad idea. She thought I was going to get hurt. Au contraire. I kept it chill. We were just hooking up. First of all, I found out this guy was actually 45 and lived with a woman. I still was fucking. I know.
Yeah.
I know. He got attached to me. And school started, or like I got tired of it or something. But I started seeing people my own age. And I was like, dude, like, this isn't it for me anymore. Like, you're kind of getting too into me. And you're breaking the rules. This is not what this was supposed to be. So yeah, he's the one that got hurt. And I just kind of left that behind me and went on with my little life. Again, what the hell was I thinking? I wasn't. I was thinking with my dick.
You were like, this is BK and I will have it my way, motherfucker.
I will have that double whopper, extra cheese.
Oh my god. That's amazing. I like that we talk about how I was toxic and used men, but I was not the only one, apparently.
I mean, fair. I didn't get any like, he worked at Burger King too. There was nothing to really like get from him other than weed, maybe. Yeah. But I had other people that would gift me weed as well.
Same.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was engaged to my plug for 4 years. Everybody knows that. But still, like, did I have an orgasm in all those 4 years? I did not.
Yeah, it took me a long time to have my first orgasm with a man, but
yeah, same. And that was like with Brian, like, to be honest, like married, like in it.
Hell yeah, Brian.
Yeah, Brian be giving the multi-orgies. Brian, he will stay in there until it is achieved.
Hell
not,
yeah, brother.
He'll call some teammates. Some tools. Like, he will make sure that his woman is satisfied.
Yep.
This is why
Brian and Jackson cut from the same cloth, I tell you what.
That's why we love them. Like, obviously there's more reasons, but
that's a big perk, considering how many stories you read about women whose husbands don't care if they have an orgasm or not.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
Unbelievable. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. No. I mean, we celebrated so hard last Saturday. Like, we had so much sex that's what hurt my fucking stomach. That's what pushed my fucking hernia back into my goddamn body. And it's like, my friend was like, hey, like, are you, because I like had to tell, we canceled a photo shoot because I was so hurt. And she was like, oh, dude, what happened? I was like, oh, I just celebrated too hard. Like, I can't text her and be like, hey, dude, like, my husband fucked my brains out so bad, he put my hernia back in. Like, I can't, how do you say that to someone? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Who needs a surgeon when you have...
He really was like Mr. Fix-It. He was like, I got it, everybody. I got it. It was the worst.
It's like the guy from Holes. I can fix that.
No. Oh, no. As I lay back, like that was it.
No, when you told me you were hurt, I was like, what the hell? There's no way drinking did this. And then you expand. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Too much. Yeah. Because, I mean, Brian and I, we're still like, we have like just fun sex, and like we've always had really fun sex. Like one of my favorite stories is we went to check out our wedding venue and it was this beautiful Southern church, and like it had a train car, and you could go into the train car because that's where like the bride would get ready. And I was like,
yeah.
And we toured it by ourselves because they're stupid. I mean, we are probably stupid. There's probably a camera. I don't know. But Brian and I were like, should we? Because we were both like, should we fuck you? Like, do we have time to have sex right here? Like,
aw.
Yeah. And I mean, now I can talk about it because we're like taking down our pool, but we be fucking in that pool. I'm sad we're taking it down, but
that is sad.
Yeah, but it's probably
no wonder you spent so much on chemicals.
Yeah, right. pH level in there's off. I don't know why.
Honestly, God. I'm surprised that your pool, your own personal pool, is okay from all that pool water exposure and other things.
Yeah, right. It was fine. I've never, you know what? I will say she's a champion. She is a she has never had any issues like that. Like, she's a champion. Like, I know a lot of girls, like, they have to pee after sex, or they gotta like jump in the shower, make sure like their pH isn't thrown off. I don't know if I just like, she's like an acidic baby. Like, I don't know, like her pH is always good. Like, Brian has never thrown it off.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am one of those sensitive girlies.
Are you a sensitive girly?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Every long-term partner that I've had, I've gotten like chronic yeast infections. Like, I'll get them for like a few months and then it'll clear up and it won't happen again. But every time. She's like, I have to use fragrance-free detergent, fragrance-free soap for that area. Like, really? I have to be careful. Yeah.
Oh no.
I've always been like that though.
Yeah. Mine's a power horse. She doesn't. I mean, I used to nair her, so obviously she's
maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what it is.
She's like, I survived the nair years. You can't scare me.
You can't scare me. Okay, before we end it, what's the story that you have from a listener write-in?
Oh, yes. the one submission that I have. So thank you so much.
Yes,
I told her that I would leave her anonymous.
Okay.
But it says, feel free to share mine of when I had a threesome with my ex-boyfriend and a girlfriend of mine, and she pulled my Nuva ring and threw it across the room.
What?
Right?
My God.
Like, points for originality.
Yeah.
But don't touch my Nuva ring.
Don't touch the Nuva ring, my lord.
Put that thing back where it came from.
Yes,
So
thank you. Thank you. Like, whoa. My God. Okay. Pop off.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah.
I was really glad to hear that.
Yeah, same. That's funny. Oh my God. Okay, we're throwing Nuva rings out over here.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hope you enjoyed our episode. God.
We are a couple of dirty little girls over here.
Dirty. On the move. Okay. Where can they find us, Hayley?
You can find us fucking behind churches, behind academic buildings.
Getting our backs beaten out, apparently.
Oh, yeah. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads at Plus Size Section, on TikTok at the Plus Size Section. Okay, you froze for a second, and I was like, oh no. But if you guys want to send us any personal stories or, this, that, and the third, you can do so at the Plus Size Section at gmail.com. If you want to give us a little rating or review and tell us that you're disappointed in our lack of morals, do it. I don't care. But also share this podcast with your friends if you know any morally flexible people out there.
They'll love us.
They will. They'd better.
Yeah. Have fun fucking, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Wear a condom. Bye.
Bye. That's good advice. Wear a condom.